And I don't know if the information has changed from what I remember. It's most likely when a child is born from a mom who already has HIV, they don't give it to their child most of the time. It has to be a lot of blood, and the baby has to consume a lot of blood, have cuts on them. It has to be an open thing, and it doesn't cross the placenta. And for them to get infected, it has to happen during birth. So it can happen, but most likely it didn't. And so she might be using that excuse, saying that's what happened. But she knew. She had HIV, she knew. She was on this plan to make sure someone's going to take care of her. That's what it was all about. And she involved a child in it. So she's seriously fucked up person. And she probably even had a full scam. She probably actually just was going to use the whole thing to get that guy locked away or cause him to die so she could have all of his money and no one would know. Her plan was much worse than that. It was on another level. It wasn't just about trapping him. And to her, the more people she involved, the better it was for her. Telling you she did not care. It was every single thing was planned. Nothing was on accident, nothing. And what's the crazy part, when I get these stories, I can feel what they were feeling at that moment, when they're having the conversation, the energy of it. So I can feel if they thought it was funny, they thought they're getting away with something, I can feel the lie within them. That's what makes me laugh, how disturbing. And I'm they have the fucking audacity. Oh my fucking God, these crazy ass people. And it's that laugh, that nervous laugh, you can't believe it and you have to laugh at it or you will freak out. People, man, fucking people. And now you get why I don't trust people. I'm very paranoid of people because of this. And it sucks. It sucks. So it looks that maybe I'm schizophrenic because I'm so paranoid of people because there's no actual evidence. But I know, I can hear them and feel them. Then I always and there's a lot of times, I'm not stupid. I tell myself, maybe I'm overthinking, I do tell myself. And so I wait. Even like how when I learn something, knowledge, I keep it in the back of my mind, and then I just wait for like pieces of information here and there to either confirm or disaffirm, or whatever. And like I said, like 90% of the time I'm correct. So I just treat the information in my head as correct, because most likely I'm right. And those are great betting odds, 90%. Anybody would bet on that, 90 fucking percent, yo. It's weird too, to get like the gist of the conversation and then feel them like laughing, or their cockiness. It's creepy. It's almost like you're them. So it's like you get it's like a VR story, but you actually get to feel it. That's weird as shit. So that's why a lot of people that do fuck shit don't like me. They don't like me at all. Yay, they don't. So when I would go to people's streams and hang out with people, and like at first, say like a week or two or even a couple of days, like it's cool, we have a good time, and I could feel like the happy energy, and all of a sudden I can feel from the streamer that they don't fucking like me anymore for whatever reason. Without them saying anything, doing anything, I can feel it, and I'm like, fuck. Yep. Someone got to them and said some shit, lied. And so I'm like, there's no point in me staying in this stream. There's nothing I can say or do to convince them otherwise. So I just leave. I don't hate, I just leave. It's happened so many times throughout the, 2 years? And it's like, all I think is fuck again. And then when it's like a really good person, I'm like, fuck, man. And it's like, if they only knew. If they only fucking knew. I'm not the enemy. And then my guys are just saying, don't worry, just wait. But then I didn't know how long. I'm like, how long do I have to fucking wait? It's been already a year. 2 years. And I'm like, fuck. They don't tell me everything to protect me. And like, on purpose, like I can sense a lot of things, but they choose what I sense for my protection, and so I don't get distracted on certain information. And they don't want me to get distracted in an area that I don't need to be, or immersed in an energy, because you have to process and distinguish it and learn it, and so you don't get caught up in it and become it. And so they explained to me, like, they use certain tarot card readers, the right ones, they use certain ones to allow, they're like, let them go there. Let them be immersed in that energy Because many of them, that's what they do, and they're used to be immersed in that energy without being that energy. They're like, you don't have time for that. So like, they tell me, the information you get, you're supposed to get it. The rest of it, let the other readers will tell you who to go to, who to listen to, what's correct or not. So you're not immersed in it. Let them do that. That's their job. So that's why there's only certain ones I actually watch. And sometimes, you know, these tarot card readers, they'll go back and forth in the energy. Like I can feel like they're being influenced by someone, or I can feel like someone else's energy on top of theirs. And the message, like, it changes, like a personality change in the message. And then some of the readers, they'll switch back and forth here and there. And then there's some readers that stay in that state for a couple of weeks. And my guides tell me to stay away from that reader for a little while because they need some time to process it. It's part of their path. And it's almost like they get an immunity to be influenced. They have to recognize it and then learn to have an immunity and process it so they don't get influenced by that person or that type of energy. So they tell me to stay away because it's infectious. There's like all kinds of energy shit going on. All fucking kinds. And there's some readers like I really like so a lot, and then when they get into that energy and I'm like, fuck. And I just have to wait. I have to wait and I check on them here and there. And there are some readers I just totally had to avoid. They're still on my list, but I've avoided them for a long time, and it's weird and I feel bad, but it's actually to their benefit. Like all of this is going to end soon, but I feel bad like the moment whoever's stalking me or whatever and watching what I'm watching and then doing magic, like they get pissed off and they get jealous with that reader because they're speaking truth, and so they start fucking with that reader. And it's kind of weird and creepy to watch. And then it does kind of annoy me, piss me off that reader was my reader, and all of a sudden these fucked up people getting jealous, imposing their energy on that reader and affecting that reader's all their readings to make it about that fucking cuckoo crazy person. Like, these people are so angry and jealous, they want to take everything away from me, including my readers. They want it all about them. They're so angry, and so they're using black magic to get that. And I'm like, these people are fucking sick in the head, yo. And I get to watch it. But then too, that reader, in the end run, it's going to make them stronger. Because eventually they were going to run into people like that anyways. Because I was feeling bad for a while. I was feeling really guilty. My guides had to explain that. And then plus, since that guide was a messenger for me, in the end, that reader gets rewarded for being a messenger for God and Source, for the greater good. And then every person that these demonic people influence, they end up getting more karma stacked upon them. So the more people they do it to, they get more karma stacked upon them. And then the spiritual battle team and the ancestors of that person gets involved in this. So the team that's working with me on my side is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And those people who are fucking imposing their will onto others and using magic and all kinds of weird shit, the karma's just stacking. These people are just having fuck shit happen to them now and then blaming everybody but themselves. It's like I'm watching all kinds of shit play out while I just sit in my house talking to nobody. They're just making more trouble for themselves. There's nobody to blame but themselves. Nobody. And hence, these people are non-redeemable. These people would never stop. They have to be stopped. They would never, ever, ever stop. Through many lifetimes, they've had chances, the universe trying to talk to them, teach them, show them. They can't see. They can't see. Like a fucking psychopath that's too far gone. They can't be rationalized with. They can't learn, and they will never stop. But just go around causing destruction, killing, pillaging, destroying. They won't stop. And they just get smarter and smarter. Doing more manipulation and infecting people with whatever entities and ideology that they have. Or HIV. Go figure. Oh shit. Oh, I should. Just always having triangles everywhere. I didn't know what I was doing. Or pyramids over and over and had no clue. And even in my origami, I was just doing geometric figures over and over and over again. And it does something in your brain. So it's actually good for you and helps in your ascension. With the sacred geometry. And I still haven't read up on sacred geometry. I just know. I just know a lot of weird stuff. And then I find out like it's practiced. It's been practiced by different cultures for thousands of years. And then, like, I absorb information from people, knowledge and skills, and I'm learning like I absorb it from books too without opening them, just me having them. That's weird. That's another gift I have. And some other stuff that are cool. And affecting other people's emotions, their appetite. Found that out with my mom. Like if I enjoyed a good meal, it increases the chances of her eating and her enjoying a meal. But I haven't perfected it. I will eventually. I want to remove that corner, but I don't feel like doing it right now. Because I have to move that fucking box. I don't want to pull everything out. Put it back in, pull it back out. Gotta count how many blocks I have to work with here, the space. have to go pee. You look weird. Is that a visor? I guess. What are you? I can't even fucking tell what you are. The fuck are you? A policeman or what? You're not yellow, so you're not like a fireman. I don't know how many different characters that wear a fucking helmet. Oh my god, I have to pee real bad. And yesterday, there's like some readers, like they're so accurate day by day that like literally that person, their reading is about everything that I thought about happened that day. And so every day it's totally accurate. And there was one reader that was like, these dum-dums went after you, didn't know who you are and what you could do. They thought you were nobody, and they just thought you're easy to take advantage of. You're just someone that was unknowledgeable. They didn't believe you. And they're like, and they fucking did so much to you, thinking they were going to take you down. And all they did was make you stronger, put you more in your path and purpose, and they gave you content to talk about. And I was like, you know what? That's so true. Because primarily, that's all I talk about. And it's actually very interesting, even if you're not involved. Even if you kind of believe it or whatever, but you don't, it's interesting. You're like, this crazy bitch is saying some stuff that actually makes sense. And if that's true, oh my God. And then you're like, I wonder what she's saying today. So you want to listen. Because it's not the regular, normal, boring stuff. So even if you don't believe, it's intriguing. And it makes people curious. So yeah, so she was just laughing. They gave you content. And now that they realize you're not going anywhere, now they're like nervous and scared, trying to figure out a way that people, they don't look like a fucked up crazy person. So like I said, all these plans that they're trying to come up with to befriend me, collaborate with me, or snitch on someone else to make me think they're on my side. You know, they're trying to see who's going to snitch on who first. But then they have to decide, because they can't tell the whole story because they did some fucked up shit. So they're like, they don't know what to tell me, how to tell me, because there's a chance, a big chance, other people will tell me everything. So these people like are totally like confused, freaking out. They don't know what to do because they thought I was just going to disappear. No one would know nothing. But I'm not going anywhere. They made sure that by killing my mom, she didn't die for nothing. Or if they would have left me alone, I would have been like how I was before, just sitting in other people's chats, just talking. That would have been it. I would have been stuck at that stage. But they forced me to defend myself. Or stick up for myself. Stick up for my mom. They did that. They didn't realize the more you do to me, the more you push me and you involve other people, that shit pisses me off. When they could have just left me to myself, being lazy, being satisfied with just communicating with people in someone else's stream. And they would have got what they wanted. But they were their worst enemy. They were their worst enemy. They had everything they wanted already a long time ago. I wouldn't have talked about all this shit. I was like, there's no way. I'm already like shunned as it is, and then to talk about this stuff, no one's gonna fucking believe me. But they pushed me so far, like I had nothing to lose. They pushed me so far, and I was like, fuck it. Staying quiet has made it worse. So I was like, maybe if I fucking talk about it, so they'll stop. Because a lot of people it'll get a lot of people's attention and a lot of curious and a lot of people fucking looking. Because before everybody had their back turned, they wanted nothing to do with me. Now people are looking like, what the fuck's going on? Because of them. They did it. I didn't do shit. I wanted to be left alone. And I was so busy taking care of my mom, I didn't have the energy. And I didn't want to neglect her either. She didn't deserve that. Especially like the last years of her life, I knew I would feel guilty. So I didn't want to do that. So I was just like, I still have a lot of years of my life. So I just barely did anything. Oh, Virion, I don't know if you're still in chat. I can't see who's there. Everything's going good. I'm just usually just talking about crazy stuff most people are not aware of. And if you see my other streams, you have to, because it's a lot for you to get the gist of the whole big old crazy story. That I'm an unusual person that has unusual abilities, that got caught up with some very dark, unbalanced people. Oh no, most of my streams are just basic. It's just to have a platform to talk, and I talk about a lot of psychology, science, metaphysical, spirituality, a little bit of politics, a little bit of health and nutrition. But I know this is going to sound crazy, but basically, I can sense people's energies and some of their thoughts. And I got caught up with some people, what you would basically call, quote unquote, like the Illuminati type in the industry, and I didn't know they existed. And they started targeting me because I started talking about them. I don't even actually know them. But they actually do black magic. So they've been attacking me for like at least 3 years. And my mom died because of it. They've killed one of my cats, made another dog severely sick. I had to put the dog to sleep. Like I have everything breaking down in my house, my furnace, my heater, my car, my washer, like everything to burn up all my finances. Like shit that just makes no sense. And then I know they're doing stuff to other people. And they do stuff like, say if you're a streamer, they can sit there and do black magic and energy harvest from their viewers and their donors. And they use that energy for their own magic. And they can use it to make themselves look pretty. They can use it to make themselves seem interesting. They can use it to give somebody else bad luck. Like all kinds of crazy stuff that I'm learning about. So I'm talking about it because I didn't want to talk about it before I stayed quiet, and they didn't stop. It actually started getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And so I'm talking about it, and that's what I use my stream now mostly, and a lot of psychology. So my stuff is weird, very weird. And so I'm talking about it to make other people aware so they don't get abused and used, and they aren't used to help these people to keep on doing this, because these people, there's a lot of them, and there's like regular people who are doing this, and then there's people that have money and power, influence, and everybody needs to understand you need to be aware about these people. Just by you being aware, you don't give them energy. You don't give them magic. They need other people to get that, because they've done such dark, evil stuff. It's almost like God turned their back on them, and now they don't get magic or energy from God. They have to harvest it from regular people. So cutting these people off, letting everybody know, exposing it, the world changes for the better. It's because of these people why all the weird-ass political shit, the weird-ass science, health, it's because of them. It's because of them. And the stuff that's been going on, that they've been hiding, all the conspiracy theories that you heard, it's real. All of it's real. It's more real, even worse than you could imagine. So I get messages, I see visions, I hear their conversations. So I'm just talking about it. And it depends on the day. Sometimes I don't talk that much, and sometimes I don't talk about them at all, and some days I'll end up talking about them the whole time. It just depends on the day. And then sometimes, like, all I'll do is just crack jokes, won't even mention them, because I really don't like talking about them and the energy that they have, because they're very, very negative. Like, these people do not like themselves. And so they run around because they don't like themselves. The only way they can make themselves feel better is by causing chaos and bad luck to other people, and the other people don't even know. But that's the way that these dark people feel better is by making other people feel like shit. And it's not only like in the industry with these people. Everyone has this type of person in their life. And there's some people that don't know they are like this. And you would consider, the nickname for them would be an energy vampire. And there's different levels to this. And like these people that are energy vampires, they're very negative. They don't like themselves. And you'll have someone that just has shit happen in their life all the time. They're angry, they're pissed off. But then they come around you, and then for somehow your energy, they suck it all up. They feel better, and they walk off, and you feel like shit the whole day. That's a version of this type of people. And some don't even know they're that. So everybody is experienced this type of person at a varying degree. Some don't know that's what they do. Some are very cognizant and on purpose do that. And then there's some that take it to another level and practice black magic and all kinds of voodoo, hoodoo, or mind manipulation, playing mind games. And you would recognize these type of people as like full-blown narcissists and psychopaths and sociopaths. Or there's other psychological disorders that are in the cluster B group, and they exhibit a degree of this type of behavior. And the only reason I started getting into that was I've had like very dysfunctional people in my family, friends, loved ones for years, and I've been traumatized for years. And I thought it was because of me, that I was too nice of a person. So it made me hate myself because I was like, everybody else is happy. But they all target me. They're mean to me. Maybe the problem was me. And so I just started diving deep into psychology because I hated myself. I was just tired of being miserable. And that's when I realized what type of people have been around me. And it made me feel better about myself, that I was a good person, just attracting people like this because they look for nice people. They look for people that have morals. They look for people that you can guilt them into stuff. They don't like hurting anyone. They give everybody a lot of chances. And it's almost like they're like a people pleaser. And so they look for people like that because they can trap them easily and manipulate them. Because someone like that, that's nice, could never imagine anyone being dysfunctional, evil like that. Because everybody thinks everybody is like them. So you can never imagine someone's manipulating like that. And then, like you, if you do something wrong, you try to redeem yourself, you try to fix it, you know, you want forgiveness, you feel guilty, so you assume that person is the same way, and that's what they rely on. So they can manipulate you like that. So they look for specifically people like that. So I had to learn that. I need to keep digging somewhere. Oh yeah, I need to finish this part. Since I decided finally where the line's gonna be, I need to close this. What am I closing it off with? I guess dirt for now until I decide what wall I'm gonna do. And I know nobody fucking streams this stuff. They come here, expecting something normal, and they're like, what? What? Who's gonna stream about magic and black magic and fucking people energy harvesting. No one was, especially the people doing it, they don't want other people aware of it. So I'm assuming the ones that are talking mad shit are the ones that have something to lose and they don't want exposure. They're the ones that I'm talking about. Because someone else would be like, oh, she's crazy, and just walk off. They just totally forget about it. But someone who's trying to hide something, they're the ones that keep on. Like, it's like a dead giveaway, their response. It's a dead giveaway. Okay, where's the... Okay, this is the... I know where the edge is at. Oh, and I need to put my phone on a tripod so I can see. Okay, make sure I'm correct. I've moved this line so many times. Oh my God, I spent so much time just on this. I hope it's finalized, man. I really do. I don't feel like doing this again. Yeah, like when I was streaming before on Mixer, I would just talk about whatever. Like I was just always streaming on DayZ, just running around like a chicken with no head. Because I still, like, when it comes to directions, I still struggle reading the map for DayZ. And so, like, the people would help me and tell me where to go. And, like, my character, like, I start talking, and I would not pay attention to my character, that it was starving. And so, like, most of the time, my characters were dying. But we would just sit there and talk about whatever. And a lot of it was, like, friends, family, relationships, narcissists. And it was actually fun. Like, everybody was telling their story, and it was actually cool. And I really didn't do anything towards game. You know, it was just a place to talk. It was cool. And it's nice to know, like, I know just the fact that someone's hearing you and that you're not alone, like, makes you feel way better. At least now I can extend the green, the roof. With the final pattern shit. Or the emerald. I never, ever thought never had any intentions to be streaming Minecraft. Never. And I was using Minecraft as a way of, like, calming myself down. And that's what it was. It wasn't anything else other than just calming myself down. all the digging and building.